Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing how many men are accusing the female empowerment movement of emasculating them. So there are many men today claiming that the female empowerment movement is emasculating men. Now, what is the female empowerment movement? It's simply women saying we are now going to exercise our own will over our own lives. That's it. That's the bottom line of it, okay? And many men are accusing the female empowerment movement, feminism, of emasculating them. Now, the fact that men see free will and the act of exercising that will over your own life as a state reserved for men and as a masculine state is the issue. If these men did not perceive free will and the act of exercising it over your own life as a masculine state reserved for men, they would not see women today as masculine and they would not feel emasculated by this movement. Something that's very interesting is that feminism is not doing anything to men. It is simply not allowing them to control us and our lives anymore. And they view this as us doing something to them and us emasculating them. That is extremely telling. It's extremely telling of the fact that not only do they feel entitled to control over us and our lives, but that they measure their masculinity on their level of control over women and our lives. The only thing feminism is taking away from men is their control over us, something they were never entitled to. I wanted to share a story that I find incredibly interesting. Now, it's the story of Lilith from the Bible. I use this story as an example because obviously these stories were written by men and therefore they are indicative of the mentality men even had back then toward women, the mentality we are still dealing with very much today. I think it's a very good example of the male perspective even thousands of years ago. Okay, so Lilith was the first woman who said no to a man and she was cast out and demonized for it. She said basically, I have my own desire that I want to live. I have my own will that I want to exercise. And so because she was not submitting to a man, to Adam, she was cast out and demonized. And this has been the mentality towards women having our own desires, our own needs and boundaries, and exercising our own will over our own lives ever since. Because at some point along the line, men decided that having your own will and therefore your own desires, needs and boundaries and exercising that will over your own life was a state just reserved for men. And this is what we have seen throughout history and continuing today with women who are saying no, women who are saying I am going to exercise my own will over my own life. We're being accused of emasculating men when all the one and only thing we are doing to men is taking away their control of us. A huge movement of men attempting to disregard this movement of us rejecting their control over us, and they are creating incredibly illogical narratives to do that, like this one, like the incredibly illogical narrative that feminism is emasculating them. This is very telling of the mindset we are still dealing with. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon.